We spoke to him at this time yesterday. Dr. Bharat Pankania, Senior Clinical Lecturer at the University of Exeter's Medical School. Dr. Pankania, thanks so much again. Merck, the American pharmaceutical company, also has an antiviral COVID-19 pill. Its effectiveness is only 30%. So the COVID-19 pill that is being manufactured by Pfizer, 89% effectiveness at preventing death and hospitalization. That's surely brilliant news.
I hope it is, and we got to be a little bit cautious because the study under which it was tested and tried, its name speaks for itself, EPIC-HR study, which stands for Evaluation of Protease Inhibitor for COVID High Risk Study. So this was studied in a high risk of becoming ill with COVID population. We need to go carefully, but the good news is, yes, it works. And what we need to do is make sure it works in a broader range of the population and that we have the means of giving the pill to you as soon as possible, because the sooner you take it upon symptom onset, the better it works. So the study studied it getting it within 3 days of symptoms. So that is another logistics hurdle to cross. How do we get the pill to you within 3 days of symptom onset?
Yeah, absolutely. OK, well, listen, while you talk to us, let's show some pictures of what's happening in the British Parliament here, because they've already voted through the MPs, the mask mandate that the government of Boris Johnson wants to impose. Maybe the vaccine passports could be one of the most contentious, but that will probably pass as well. And the reason I'm mentioning the UK is that the UK's average age is 40. South Africa's average age is 26. So when will we know for certain about this data in South Africa that seems to be showing Omicron is less severe than some of the other variants of coronavirus? Because surely we need a certain amount of data, and everybody in your medical field is, hold on, we're not quite ready yet to make that determination. When can we?
So we will know. And now that we have widespread community transmission of infection, we will know in a couple of weeks. But more importantly, this concept is very important for people to understand. And it is as follows. It may be less disease causing. Good. On the other hand, because it is more infectious, it can generate many more cases. And if it generates many more cases and a small percentage of those people, let's say 0.2, 0.5% of a very large number who become very ill and need hospitalizations, that can be a more severe virus in our midst because it is more infectious. So we need to get this concept into people's minds as well. Don't drop your guard just because it's innocuous in terms of disease causing. It may be worse because it is more infectious and it generates more and more cases.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, I should make it clear for the benefit of the viewer, the reason I mentioned the average ages of South Africa and the UK is that, of course, many of the previous variants have been affecting older patients much more severely than younger patients. OK, so here's another question. And one of our cameramen, Vedat, he mentioned this to me just before we came on air. He said, are we this time next year going to be back at ground zero? And that's a big question that people are asking. In other words, is it possible to even reach herd immunity for the coronavirus when the virus is always mutating and creating new variants? Could we actually never reach herd immunity?
I think we will never reach herd immunity. That's my short, simple answer. And my reasons are as follows. So if I were to immunize you with, say, for example, the MMR vaccine, the immunity so generated against MMR is long-lasting and durable and protective. And therefore, we keep on immunizing and eventually we have a immunized population and therefore herd immunity. With SARS-CoV-2, the vaccines, unfortunately, don't work long-term. As we have noticed, we suddenly need boosters after having been immunized for 6 months. Therefore, with what we call falling immunity, and also because we never make sterile immunity, meaning you can still be fully immunized, but still get infected and be infectious. Therefore, the concept of herd immunity for SARS-CoV-2, unfortunately, at this point in time, doesn't work. Maybe a wonder new vaccine will emerge, which gives you long-lasting immunity and immunity that doesn't drop off. That will be a game changer if and when it happens.
Doctor, thank you. You know, we really should try to give you an evening off on Wednesday. Dr. Bharat Pankhania speaking to us from Bath.